you think the ICI is doing a good job?
Kalokohan yun. And you know why? Sabi ko, yung investigation, Mr. President, unnecessary yan. Parang pinantatakibutas mo lang sa accountability mo. Why? Number one, in your SONA, you said, you know all this, there's corruption, bribery, SOP, lahat yan, alam mo na. In fact, you named the 15 contractors. Ibig sabihin, you had already previously investigated this. So, bakit ka pa magpapa-investigan? Hindi gawin mo na lang yung trabaho mo bilang presidente. As I said, under the Constitution, you have extraordinary powers. Use it. Otherwise,
And
kasama ka dyan.
how do you envision this investigation supposed to be done by the president?
Wala nga mangyayari dyan kasi nga, nakita mo naman, hindi nila gusto pang gawing state witness yung supposed to being number one na tinuturo ng lahat ng mga resource persons.
Sino to?
Hindi ba si Martin, the president, with due respect to him, cannot escape accountability of this flood control project anomaly. Why? Because sino ba gumawa ng NEP? National Expenditure Program. Sino ng presidente? Yung
Executive.
Department of Budget and Management. And when they did that, before giving it to Congress, he had to go through with that. Alam niya yan kung ano yung prepare ng budget niya. Pagdating sa Congress, yung mga allies niya, ang nag-ayos niya. So kung may binago sila doon, alam niya yon. In fact, alam niya kasi pumunta uli sa kanya when he signed the GAA. O madali sabi, nagkaroon ng corruption because you signed, you did not veto itong mga unlawful insertions.
The plunder complaint filed by Senator Antonio Trillanes against former President Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Bongo. Of course, the meat of the issue, basically, ang sinasabi po is that Go used his position along with the former president basically to corner contracts for the family of Senator Bongo. What are your thoughts on that?
Don't even understand ba't pinapatulan niyo si Trililing. He has been lying. All the accusations that he has thrown against the Dutertes, hindi naman niya naprubahan, di ba? Remember when he was running for president?
Sa BPI.
He lawyered for the former president at the time, sa BPI. Sabi niya, 315 million ba yun? Yung pala, 16,000 lang ano. Tapos, he has, I forgot the name of the lawyer who died. Si attorney something, anyway. Di ba, nagpunta siya sa Hague, siya nag-file ng complaint. Then later on, before he died, sabi niya, politika lang pala, ginamit lang ako. Marami siyang, lahat ng mga kasinungalingan, ipinilalabas niya. To make himself politically relevant. But, ang problema, mga kasama sa media, pinapatulan siya.
No, he filed a plunder complaint. Obviously, that's something that needed to be covered. So, ito po, pag tinatanong po si Senator Trillanes, ano yung reason for this, ano yung justification would be, again, as mentioned, sabi ko, the meat of it is that 7 billion pesos worth of contracts cornered by the family of Senator Bongo through his father and I believe his half-brother po niya yun. At hindi makukuha yon according to Senator Trillanes, kung hindi inaprubahan ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte bilang reward nga kay Senator Bongo for his loyalty. I'll quote something in page 31, sir. Respondent Duterte, who is a lawyer and public prosecutor, consciously, knowingly, and deliberately connived with him and or indulged him in this illicit scheme as a reward for respondent Go's blind loyalty.
Well, it's very easy to make allegations, but it's so difficult to prove that. In the first place, yung family ni Senator Go, matagal na siyang contractor Kung baga, walang pakialam si Senator Bongo. Besides, knowing Bongo, kasi we've been together for so many years sa Malacanang, di ba? Ayaw niya makialam. Hindi nga makalapit sa kanya yung kapatid niya o yung tatay niya. Palagi siyang, bahala kayo. Wala ako dyan.
How were they able then to corner 7 billion pesos worth of contracts as alleged by Senator Trillanes?
Siguro magandang record nila. May bidding naman yan There is a process for that. Kung maganda yung kanilang bid, sila ang pinakamagandang offer. Bakit naman hindi sila kukunin ng gobyerno? Ang importante dyan, yung bang mga projects okay o hindi? Substandard ba o hindi?
Guni-guni o hindi? Okay.
Yun ang issue dyan Pero kung okay, bakit naman?
The latest news, sir, is that ite-televise na yung ICI hearings next week, beginning next week.
I've been saying in my show that the president, with due respect to him, cannot escape accountability of this flood control project anomaly. Why? Because sino ba gumawa ng NEP, National Expenditure Program? Sino ng presidente, yung Department of Budget and Management. And when they did that, before giving it to Congress, he had to go through with that. Alam niya yan kung ano yung prepare ng budget niya. Pagdating sa Congress, yung mga allies niya, ang nag-ayos niya. So kung may binago sila doon, alam niya yon. In fact, alam niya kasi pumunta uli sa kanya when he signed the GAA. O madali sabi, nagkaroon ng corruption because you did not veto itong mga unlawful insertions na ginawa ng small committees. Kaya sabi ko, you cannot be saying na malinis ka dyan. Because the buck stops with you, as Truman said. Whether you succeed or you fail, sa'yo pa rin yan. Kaya sabi ko, since dalawa lang yung kung bakit nagkaroon ng corruption, either you allowed it and you're a complicit, or wala kang kaalam-alam, napaglaruan ka ng mga nasa...
And what do you think among the two? Between the two, rather?
Regardless, pero sabi ko, may solusyon dyan. Since you're the head of state, you're the president, and the primary task of a government of which you head, then you use your constitutional powers. You declare a revolutionary government, you abolish Congress, jail all of them.
That extreme.
Kung hindi ka complicit, wala failing na, di ba? Ang mga tao galit. Alam mo, Pinky, I was at Heritage for 2 nights. Mga alta susunod lang nandun, kasi namatay si Eddie Ermita, si Susan Oben. So, nandun sila lahat. Alam mo, na-shock ako nung I joined the table for 2 nights. Yung mga mayayaman na yun, never mong maririnig ng politika yun. Puro fashion, mga anak nila, apo nila, travel nila. This time, pagpasok ko pa lang, galit na galit sila sa gobyerno.
Talking about
Gusto nilang ipakulong, gusto nilang pabaril, firing squad, galit na galit sila And they will join daw this November 30. Talagang ang tao galit. Kaya the president must do something.
You know, there was a recent survey that came out that sabi nga that the people wanted the president to focus more on the rising cost of basic goods, to focus more on inflation rather than the corruption scandal.
Bakit magulo na nga. Bakit kahit mag-focus ka doon, ito ang magpapabagsak sa'yo. Sigurado yan.
Do you think the ICI is doing a good job?
Kalukuhan yun. And you know why? Sabi ko, yung investigation, Mr. President, unnecessary yan. Parang pinantatakip butas mo lang sa accountability mo. Why? Number one, in your SONA, you said, you know all this, there's corruption, bribery, SOP, lahat yan, alam mo na. In fact, you named the 15 contractors. Ibig sabihin, you had already previously investigated this. So, bakit ka pa magpapa-investiga? Hindi gawin mo na lang yung trabaho mo bilang presidente. As I said, under the Constitution, you have extraordinary powers. Use it. Otherwise, kasama ka dyan.
How do you envision this investigation supposed to be done by the president?
Wala nga mangyayari dyan kasi nga, nakita mo naman, hindi nila gusto pang gawing state witness yung supposed to being number 1 na tinuturo ng lahat ng mga resource persons.
Sino to?
Hindi ba si Martin?
Okay.
Tapos
Vizcaya din kasi,
doon naman sa
issue
kabila sa mga investigasyon. Ayaw nilang patawag si Saldico, ayaw patawag si Martin. Nados, pinagtatakpan lang nila, kaya lalo nagagalit ang tao. Kaya sabi ko, that's the best. You declare a revolutionary government. And there is a constitutional base for that. I disagree with all the lawyers who say, yun nga, as head of government, your duty is to serve and to protect. You know, Pinky, the people created the government.
But it's not in the Constitution that you can call for a revolutionary government.
Ordinary
means yun
Yun nga ang constitutional basis mo. Your duty is to serve and to protect. If your government created by the people no longer responds to the needs, when that government is failing to protect them and to serve them, then it is your duty to do something about it. Diba?
But would you say that is your, siguro, feedback, analysis, that the government is failing to serve the public? Because I'm sure if we were to ask Malacanang, sasabihin nila patuloy naman ang pagbigay serbisyo
Kunyari lang yun.
ng gobyerno sa publiko. All right. Very extreme yung revolutionary government, and I'm sure
Hindi naman extreme. Tingnan mo di ba nangyari na sa panahon ni Senior Marcos? Na panahon nangyari na rin kay Cory. In fact, during our time, Pinky, ilang beses ko na sinabi, kumuha ako ng memorandum kay Presidente Duterte 2 beses na mag-declare ka na ng revolutionary government. Kasi
During the time of
yes, of
former
course.
President Rodrigo
Recorded
Duterte?
yun. Formal memo ko yun. Because when he was running for president, he already assured the public, sabi niya, if I cannot do things I want to do, because Congress is blocking it, I will abolish Congress, I will declare a revolutionary government. Sabi ko, you committed that, Mr. President, and you're duty bound, because that is a contract with the electorate. Pero,
Ano sagot niya?
sabi niya, ang problema kasi sabi niya, sa akin manggagaling, gusto ko manggaling sa kanila. At kunin nila akong leader nila. Kasi kung ako, mag-declare, sasabihin nila, oh, gusto mo lang mag-perpetuate in power.
Then that would be the same with President Bongbong Marcos. Your suggestion will hold the same for Bongbong Marcos.
Hindi, iba naman kasi ang si Presidente Duterte kasi masyadong sensitive sa gano'n. Itong isa, palagay ko, hindi niya iisipin yun. Ang kailangan niya, survival ng gobyerno. At siya. Kaya dapat gawin niya na yun.
Alright.
Susuportahan ko siya doon.
Next, just briefly, Zaldico, because kayo po ay abogado, meron ho bang legal way that government can use in order to, number one, find and bring back Zaldico here in the
Cancel the
country?
passport, gano'n, kasimple.
Yun na nga, sir, yun po yung gusto kong malaman sa inyo. Ano ho ba talaga yung legal basis? Because now we are being told, number one, na kailangan manggaling sa korte.
Ano kung magaling sa korte? All they have to do is to file a case. Ba't di sila nagpa-file ng kaso? Kadali-dali lang. Pag nag-file sila ng case, may probable cause, may warrant of arrest,
Done.
tapos.
Pending na wala pa pong kaso, at wala pong nag-file ng kaso, wala pa pong warrant of arrest, is there any other way?
Or kung ako ang Secretary of Foreign Affairs, I will cancel it. Then sue me.
But is that under the law? Do you have the jurisdiction to be able to do that?
Pag kinancel ko yun, I will be personally accountable criminally.
parang
O di
sagot mo na
demanda
lang.
mo ako. O
Pero,
di
meron ba?
magpakulong ako, basta babalik kita rito.
Because I've always wondered about declaring someone as an undesirable alien. Meron ho bang paraan?
Alien, di naman siya alien eh.
Meron ho bang paraan para ang gobyerno makiusap to another government and say, we want this particular person?
Sabi Pinky, kaya gusto ko ng revolutionary government. Lahat yun. Walang restriction.
Exempted lahat.
Exempted na. Tapos ka na kagad.
Attorney Sal, you were in The Hague recently.
Hanggang doon lang ako sa labas ng building ng kulungan.
Of
Wala eh.
course, you cannot enter. You're not family. You're not a lawyer.
Picture doon.
Was it your first time to
Yes.
go at least
Really
hear
knows.
the former
He
president?
knows that I went there.
Through whom?
Ay, di sa anak. Kitty.
I see.
Kaya sila Inday.
Okay, and interim release denied, sir. Meron pang issue on appeal, and the other one is, of course, that the defense had moved for the adjournment of the hearing or the case because he is unfit to stand trial. Attorney Panelo, yun ho bang pag-deny ng interim release kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte?
Kabalbala naman yung mga reasons na binigay nila eh. Number one, sabi nila, the defense was able to prove na may cognitive decline si Presidente. Teka muna, bakit naman ako ang defense magpuprove? Kayo, the former president is under controlled environment. The judges control. Ibig sabihin, sinasabi may access naman niya. Kayong may access, bakit yung akusado ang papagawa niya ng paraan, magbigay sa inyo ng mga examination results? Kayo nandyan eh. Kaya it's your duty to examine whether or not the accused that will be facing trial is fit for trial or hindi. Number two, sabi nila, itong mga anak niya nakikialam ng questioning or
Sinasabi.
jurisdiction, iniiyak. Ang sagot ko naman, teka muna, why are you going to deprive the members of the Dutertes to question your jurisdiction? In the first place, the president is a lawyer. Inday Sara is a lawyer. Alam nila, they know their law. Eh mukhang mga judges, they don't know your Rome Statute. Because under the Rome Statute, even the warrant of arrest will have to pass through the local court, which never
In the
did.
Philippines,
Kaya,
area, that's
tapos sasabihin nila, she's mentally fit and physically fit. Sus Maria Josep naman. Pinky, kung ako yung judge, titingnan ko lang yung mga video ni Presidente Duterte. Nakita mo halos hindi na nga makalakad eh. Meron siyang nurse 24 hours a day. Kahit na nung lumabas na siya sa Malacanang hanggang ngayon, bago siya na-aresto, 3 ang nurses na nagpapalit-palit yan. Everyday yon. Tapos may 2 siyang security pag lumalabas. Kailangan naalalayan mo likod niya kasi natutumba eh. Doon lang makikita mo na talagang hindi po pwede itong mamanto.
What did, sino hong pinaka nakakausap niyo sa pamilya? Would it be
Hindi ba yung
Hanilet?
mga anak?
Oo.
Hindi, Hanilet. Hindi na nga niya nakakausap dahil pinagbawalan na, di ba?
What is the story there, sir? Bakit
Hindi ko alam.
pinagbawalan si
Ang alam
Janet?
ko, hindi ko alam actually kung ano, pero haka-haka lang na hindi sila nagkakasundo ng lawyer.
Attorney Kaufman. Okay. And sabi niyo nakakausap niyo po yung anak. I guess si Kitty ang nakakausap niyo po.
Hindi,
about this.
kaya ko nasabing alam, kasi alam nila na pumunta ko doon. Di syempre, sabihin nila sa tatay nila.
Okay. What have they told you about his condition?
Kung ano yung sinasabi nila in public, na okay in the sense na nakikipag-usap sa kanila. Pero hindi naman yun ang kailangan mo sa trial eh. Kailangan ng iba yung trial. Kasi you have to help your lawyer. So when your lawyer asks you things, circumstances during your incumbency, especially in regard to this drug war, dapat alam mo mga sagot. Eh paano kung may cognitive decline siya? May problema nga. How can he defend himself?
Is the family saying that he has a cognitive impairment?
Hindi ko alam kung hindi ko pa naririnig sa kanila yun. Pero yun ang sinasabi ng abogado.
Yeah.
And I think he has personal knowledge kasi he converse with the client. So when he asks questions, kung hindi makasagot ang kliyente niya on certain circumstances surrounding the drug war, talagang magiging, paano ko pagtatanggol to?
Pending pa naman si unfit to stand trial na motion of the defense. That's still something we're awaiting.
Hindi, ang latest, Pinky, is that finally the ICC ordered mental and physical examination.
Tatlo po sa kanila.
Dapat noon pa
Forensic psychiatry,
Oo.
neuropsychology, and geriatric and behavioral neurology.
Doon pa dapat nga nila ginawa yun.
Yeah, and they're supposed to send their report by October 31, and the prosecution and the counsel for the victims are given 5 days to comment on this. And then, sir, we'll see from there. Well, Attorney Salvador Panelo, good to have you. Pleasure, sir.
Thank you.